Hey, this is Travis the Tao Templar. Let's look at the team behind Bittensor. Alla Shabana and Jacob Steves started Bittensor and the OpenTensor Foundation. The OpenTensor Foundation is a group of devs responsible for the development on the Bittensor network. They make changes to the core functionality and the structure behind Bittensor. The ultimate goal of the team is to dissolve itself and let Bittensor naturally grow without their supervision. The team is awesome, and in my opinion, they have the right vision for the network to help the network get on its feet, which they've already done, and then get out of the way and let this self-improving network grow, driven by market incentives. Though I've described the OpenTensor Foundation, it's kind of silly to talk about the team behind Bittensor. There's a handful of people in the OpenTensor Foundation, but that's nothing compared to the dozens of teams, soon to be hundreds of teams, running subnets within Bittensor. Each subnet is typically a group of devs that is improving the performance of their subnet, passing down code improvements to validators and miners, and improving incentive mechanisms. Subnet owners exist in a state of coopetition. They are in competition with one another for emissions, trying to make their subnet more valuable than other subnets. However, they're also cooperating due to the open source nature of Bittensor. If one subnet makes a big leap forward in something like incentive design, that's a public, copyable improvement. All subnet owners can then copy that improvement. If another subnet makes a big leap forward in efficiency, that's a public, copyable improvement. All subnet owners can then copy that improvement. So really, all teams are working together to improve their subnet designs. The pace at which we're seeing improvements is insanely fast, accelerating daily. We're seeing big improvements in subnet output, subnet design, efficiency, incentive mechanisms. There's also been some huge advancements in decentralized AI training by Subnet 38, a distributed training subnet. This means that any subnet can look at the work that the subnet owner on Subnet 38 has done and copy it today to improve their own subnets. So the impact that the subnet owner on Subnet 38 has had on the network is multiplicative. Some people think that Bittensor will outpace the large centralized AI players like OpenAI. When you look at the collaboration that open source facilitates and the size of all the teams between all subnets put together, along with the mining incentives that selects for excellence among miners, along with the fact that it is permissionless, anyone, anywhere can become a miner, validator, or subnet owner, it becomes not a question of if Bittensor will outpace centralized AI players, it's a question of when. So how do we describe the team behind Bittensor? The OpenTensor Foundation doesn't even have a team allocation or treasury. Remember, Bittensor was fair launched with the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. No ICO, no pre-mine, no VCs, no BS. So when it comes to describing the team, Bittensor doesn't really follow the typical team formation that you see in many altcoins. The team in Bittensor isn't just a few dozen devs that are promising a product that may work in the future. Bittensor consists of hundreds of developers, all pursuing their self-interest, aligned by the network's competitive incentives and the network's cooperative open source nature. It is unique.